Hey guys, Nick60 here, coming to you with the Panzer VII Rolling Hatred. This is a previous patch video, so that's the artillery and other changes have not yet been implemented in this replay. But yeah, I am fortunate enough to be one of the people to have ground out the freaking Panzer VII, and this thing is a monster. This is my first game in the thing, and it takes the VK4502B and just makes everything better. What with the extra rounding, a little extra armor in the hull, the gun reloads a little bit faster. And on this I'm just running vents, rammer, and stabilizer. The vents end up being replaced with spall liner because of the sheer amount of, well, stuff that gets thrown at this thing. And I did eventually swap out the chocolates for premium fire extinguisher, but for my first couple matches I like to cheat and run the premium whatever, because, well, it's my first couple matches in a tank. I'd like to have a little bit of an edge. And well, as you can see, I'm still trying to figure out a little bit of how to play this, but already the artillery on their team is throwing gold rounds at me, and I'm still alive somehow. Oh look, something killable. The tracks, because they stick out of this tank, eat a lot of shots, which it's annoying because of the lack of mobility, but at the same time that means you aren't taking as much damage. As you can see, my armor has already stopped 2,000 points of damage, which I would be dead. And I'm already up to 2,500 damage in a tank that, well, I have no idea how to play. 3,000 damage in a tank that I have no idea how to play. This is a fun tank. I really like it. As the damage counter continues to tick up, stop the gorilla. There's not a whole lot of things that'll stop their shots. I'm just continuing to roll forward. This is a monster of a tank. Oh look, the gorilla. And this is a pretty high crew as well. And yes, we just passed the 4,000 damage mark in a tank that I have never played before. This is a pretty awesome machine, and I would have died twice if the armor did not stop so much damage. And I don't think that even counts. The tracks. And yeah, I just took out the artillery, so close to 5,000 points of damage. Though I don't think it ticks up on the thing. No, it doesn't. Close to 5,000 points of damage in a tank I've never played before. This thing is pretty hilarious. Yeah, that's not going to tick up the extra damage. Oh well. So, yeah. This thing is a monster. So let's tick over to the next video, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. Okay, and we are now in, I think it's my third or fourth, maybe fifth match in this thing. And yeah, still running the chocolates for the moment. And just gonna roll out again. And, well, spoiler alert. As of recording this video, so I've played even more matches in this thing since, I have a 100% win rate in this thing. Still. I've had this thing for a little bit now. And yeah, I haven't updated tanks since the patch yet, but as of the patch going live, 9.18, yeah, I haven't lost in this thing yet. And you know, it's World of Tanks. The win streak will eventually end, but holy crap, am I enjoying it while I can. This tank is utterly fantastic. Even when I swapped out some of the things to kind of nudge forward my crew skills, it's a pretty fearsome vehicle. And something I didn't mention, it doesn't feel all that sluggish for a German heavy tank. It's got a top speed of 33 kilometers per hour, but it gets up there pretty good and it stays up there pretty good. Doesn't really feel like it takes forever to do anything. Not unlike my unlike my E100, which is more of a semi-mobile fortification. And yes, I did just wreck the front of an E75 with this thing. It's this is a fun tank. And you know, I've only taken one hit, but no damage, just a little bit in the treads. Now, as is standard for this, what is it, 128? Yeah, 128 millimeter gun. It is not so great on the accuracy all the time. And yes, my rear armor did just bounce an IS-7 shot. That's because it's got this nice round back end. This one I was kind of struggling to move forward in, admittedly, but still a pretty awesome match, all things considered. Particularly since this is the match where I figured out that the rear armor bounces stuff. I mean, how many tanks, you can count them on one hand, have rear armor that will bounce things? And like half of the tanks are the mouse. Trying to contend with that, the accuracy issues, find a shot I can actually take. Still haven't taken any damage. Still haven't taken any damage. Already closing in on the 3,000 damage mark. Still haven't taken any damage, and that was a gold round. Second gold round penned. Okay, starting to take some damage. Trying to angle a little bit better. There we go, bouncing gold again. That's already we're closing in on the 4,000 damage mark. And I admit I was debating a little bit if I want to use the repair kit. It's expensive and we're definitely winning. Now we're past the 4,000 damage mark. And there's just a bat chat here somewhere, and the odds of me catching it with a damaged engine are pretty slim and none. Especially since he's on the other end of the map. But, I mean, even with the damaged engine, this thing wasn't moving all that slowly. At least it didn't feel that way. And, again, I would be dead, except it blocked a ton of damage. Again, over 4,000.8 of damage done. In a tank that, at this point, I was still relatively new with. Like I said, only match 4 or 5. And I don't remember how many matches I am in now. But still undefeated in this thing. So, Rolling Hate. I think it earns its name. I wonder if I can actually paint this. I should check that when I finally update. I've got a couple more videos to record. But, yeah, I think it earns the name Rolling Hate. Because I'd argue it could compete with the mouse if played correctly in terms of troll damage. I mean, again, it took a hit from the backside and just shrugged it off. So that's pretty unfair, but awesome. I shouldn't say it's unfair. I mean, the sides in particular do take a lot of hits. But yeah, I am just in love with this thing. It is my favorite tier 10 tank, which I thought the Leopard 1 would be my favorite tier 10 tank, but this thing is just murdering it. Well, it murders everything, so, you know, freaking awesome vehicle. So that is just a quick video about the Panzer VII Rolling Hate. Thank you all for watching. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Don't forget, if you want to see stuff early and help support my channel, please head on over to Patreon. Nick60 signing off. I will see you guys in the next vid.